Well, sure be an interesting funeral. I wouldn't want to miss it.
Maybe you will. Maybe you go first.
Maybe. Let's see now. Where'd you work at before you come up here? It was up by, Pawpaw, wasn't it?
That's right. Lousy they was to me, too. Always making out they were better than I was. Always treat me like I was dirt.
So, what'd you do, get even?
Who said anything about getting even?
No one I recollect. It just come into my head.
If it ever come to getting even with somebody, I know how to do it. You remember the fire in the Bartlett Farm over by Sweetwater?
I sure do. It was about 5 years ago. Burned up the father and the mother and the daughter. It was a terrible accident.
That weren't no accident. The fella told me. Said that the hired hand was stuck on the Bartlett girl, and then one day he found her in the hayloft. With another fella.
And 'twas him that burned the place.
Took him weeks to get the kerosene buying at a different time. Fella that told me he made out like it took place in Missouri, but I knew all the time was the Bartlett Farm. Well, a liar he was.
Get a little air in here.
You ain't told me yet what business you had here. And we got no cattle to sell, we got no cow ponies. There'll be only one other thing on this farm you could want, and it better not be that.
That's just what it is.
You keep away from her, you hear?
You know, somebody ought to tell Laurie just what kind of a man you are. And for that matter, somebody ought to tell you once about yourself.
Curly, you better get out of here.
In this country, there's two things you can do if you're a man. You can live outdoors as one, and you can live in a hole as the other. I sat by my horse in the breast somewheres, and I hit a rattlesnake many a time. He'd go, scared to death. Somebody gonna step on him. Got his old fangs all ready.
Curly, you better get out of here!
How'd you get to be the way you were anyhow? Sitting in here in this filthy hole. Why don't you do something healthy once in a while? Instead of staying shit up here, crawling and festering.